Yeah, hi everyone. I thought I'd do a Rubik Cube video today. It's not going to be like teaching you how to do it though. As I said, I've got a pattern here of H's everywhere on the cube, but I'm going to go ahead and mess the cube up, as you can see, because you start with a pattern. It doesn't really matter once it's messed up, it's messed up. It doesn't really matter how much it's messed up or how it's messed up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how you do a Rubik Cube. But I'm not going to do it slowly and actually go through the patterns bit by bit to actually teach you. If you go along with me, you'll see what I'm doing. Okay, so yes, people say to start, with start with green, and they say to do the cross, yeah, first like that. I believe this actually, if you're talking, my record for do a 3x3 is 49 seconds. Anything up to 40 seconds is the algorithm way of doing a Rubik Cube. I do it the layer method, which is anything really between 40 seconds and 2 minutes. I'm generally still doing the Rubik Cube after all these years between 60 seconds and 90 seconds. So as I said, to do the cross first and then do the corners, I believe it doesn't really, it doesn't really save you much time. So this is how I start with if I pick greens, so I'm going to start with green, okay? So I just simply look at where they are and start bringing them together, okay? So yeah, this isn't about teaching you the actual moves. It's about okay, sorry. Okay, so as you can see, the greens are done. Okay. Didn't take me that long at all, really. Wasn't really going fast. So now what I need to do is the first layer directly underneath the greens. Okay. So again, you would look at oh look, there's a white there, so whites have got to go all the way across there, etc., and so on. Some people would say, if I did the greens and looked at the corner pieces, because the middle bits never change. It's only the corner pieces, and the centre obviously stays the same because that's what colour that is. If I try and do the first layer as I do putting the greens together, it would take me far longer. So the way they teach you to do the cross and then do the four corners, I don't necessarily believe that's the fastest way. So if you can see there, look, the reds, it needs a red there, which is there. Now, everything for this top layer, you need to complete it, is going to be on this top layer. Okay, so the red needs to go there, orange needs to go there, yellow needs to go there, and so on. So if I go ahead and start moving the red across, okay? So the reds are done, look, there, okay? Now you just need to change all the centres over, okay? So that white needs to go there. So bring it down the bottom, turn it round. It's not about showing you how to do it, okay? The orange needs to go there and the yellow needs to go there. Okay, so now you see the greens are still done and the top layer is done. So layer by layer. So now you're doing the second layer. Yeah? That's what you're doing now. Okay, so again, now the difference now is everything you need to complete the second layer, etc., is on the bottom there. Okay, so except for that one, that one is the wrong way round, so let's get it onto the bottom. Right, so blue's on the bottom. So for example, I need to change that. There's the greens on top, first layer. Now I'm doing this second layer. Okay, so the orange and yellow there needs to go there. So you move that away. Now this is one pattern that is probably the easiest pattern of the whole cube. There's only one pattern involved to complete the second layer, and it's the same one all the time. So red, yellow needs to go there. Okay, red and white, move that way, bring that down, same move. Now, as you can see, the greens are still done. You haven't messed that up. You've done the top layer, first layer, and now you've done the second layer. All that. Now comes the most complicated bit of completing the cube. You've done that. You now need to turn it over and do the third layer, or the bottom layer. Okay, so what you need to do here is you need to do the orange is there in the right place, the yellow's there in the right place, the red needs to be changed, and the red is there, look, and the white needs to go there. You need to swap them two over. And this move is the most complicated move of the whole cube, this particular move to do this. So, as I said, it's not about slowing down and teaching you how to do the actual move, okay? So, right, so now you will see that yellow is lined up to the yellows. Yes, you've got to turn that up the other way, but that's a different move that'll come in a minute. That's orange with orange, white with white, and red with red. So everything's in their right place. Now you've got to just turn them round. Yeah, remember we're doing the bottom layer now. Okay, so to turn them round, now as you can see, it's nearly done now. We're still doing the bottom layer, having done the first layer, that one, second one, and then we're turning it upside down. Now there's only a few moves left now, 2 patterns. So you've got to line up where it should go and do this move. And this particular move, you may have to do it a couple of times just to jig it around a little bit and do the pattern a couple of times. Now we're at the final stage now. Everything is more or less done. It's all in the right places. All we got to do is turn that round and that one, and that's it. And for that you do this move. You go up, and there is a completed 3x3 Rubik cube using the layer method. See you next time.